Hello, my love. Whew. Thank you for hanging with me today.
Oh, you're welcome.
And I'll see you later on tonight, for real this time.
Well, I understand you had things to do.
Girl. But they getting done, so we cooking with bacon grease over here.
Okay.
We're gonna get started in just a few seconds. And hello, everyone else. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea. And
Hi, everybody.
yes, today is Monday, November 11th. So 11/11, make a wish.
It won't come true, but I'm going to make it.
Look, honey, hope is the only thing a lot of us have at this point, child.
That's,
So,
and even that's hanging on a string, baby.
hmm
I mean, I know people are saying, people voted for this. They hope everybody get what they want or what they deserve, but I don't know. I just can't feel that way for some people.
Yeah. Especially like people like me, like who was born and raised in a red state, but my county has always like historically voted blue.
Right,
So to kind of like lump in all those people, because y'all know good and well I am very anti-red.
right.
But I
As
mean,
are a lot of people, but they're being, people don't care who gets burnt by the fire.
hmm and then with the education that a lot of people have nowadays, and with or
Mm.
lack thereof.
It's still going to be ugly, even though he won. These people out here is tripping.
hmm I have my own thoughts. One being like that good old fashioned projection. How they accuse one side back in 2020, they accused one side of stealing the election.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, they would only do that if they doing it themselves. And clearly, from what we've seen,
Some cheating went on,
hmm
and we'll learn about it long after his term is over.
yep,
Mm-hmm. I believe that some cheating definitely happened. Cause
it
the vote,
absolutely did.
mm-hmm. The voting didn't make sense. They voted for him and then Democratic down ticket. That don't even make sense.
Thank you.
But
Now I know I'm not the biggest political science, but one plus one equals two. So,
amen. But we won't find out in time. It'll be after it's over, way over.
yep.
It'll go down in history books. You're welcome, Chris.
Chris, hey boo. Thank you for just. Let's go ahead and get started. We'll go ahead and get the sherry tea out of the way.
Okay, let's do that.
So I woke up. I actually woke up like right, but I was able to brush my teeth and came in like right when she started talking. And she had on a cute little number today. She loved that zebra print. I tell you that. Either her or her stylist loved that zebra print. But had on her cute Mary J. Blige boots today,
Oh,
looking like she was ready for the club.
oh, okay, girl.
hmm And with her Janet Jackson feedback ponytail, I was feeling it. I was feeling it. I said, okay, Sherry.
She hit it today.
Yep, she started the show with talking about her longtime friendship with Joy Behar, the
Okay.
incomparable Joy Behar, whom most of us adore. And she said that anytime she go over Joy's house, even though she and Joy are good friends, Joy always she gives everybody this 24-hour guest rule. You are not allowed to stay after 24 hours. And she encourages them to bring their own towel and washcloth because she's not doing their laundry and she
Wow.
don't cook or anything. And the crazy thing is, we know Joy Behar is a good cook, but she says she don't cook a thing for her guests because she don't want to encourage them to stay.
Well, I'm not mad at it.
Okay, I love me some Joy, honey. Hey, Quinn, my favorite Libra.
Welcome, Quinn.
And then she also talked about Lizzo. How Lizzo, she was talking about her. Lizzo had a journey. She was documenting her weight loss journey.
Yes.
And Lizzo shared that she actually cheated on her diet and felt bad about it. But Sherry said, "Don't feel bad, Lizzo." She gave us some good advice, like don't feel bad. This happens to the best of us, especially those on the weight loss journey. And then DJ Sus One with his spine behind. Woo, honey, that man is fine. He talked about how, which I didn't even realize, but I should have known by seeing his pictures. I kind of know he was looking a little svelte, but I thought he was just like, instead of wearing the baggy clothes that he's usually known for, he started wearing clothes that actually fit. So I'm like, maybe he just got a better stylist or something. But no, he shared that he actually lost 62 pounds on his weight loss journey.
Oh,
So I said, go DJ Sus One,
yeah.
the legendary DJ for the skinny legend. We love him.
Lizzo's lost quite a bit too.
She has, and she looks good.
She's losing it kind of fast though, but you know,
Yeah.
good for her though.
Then Sherry went on to talk about how she said she saw somewhere where robots and AI are in our lives so heavily, like we can't even really go to a fast food restaurant and order things without coming in contact with something AI. And
Hmm.
just Sherry was just pretty much sharing her same, pretty much the same sentiment that a lot of people are sharing, how she kind of misses that human interaction. And unfortunately, the pandemic kind of took away. It pretty much changed how we communicated like forever. So it's and I foresee a lot of AI in just about anything. You see how hard they pushing it. Just about even in you can't even go on Instagram in your DMs without having some sort of an AI interaction. So it's gonna be hard. So if you're trying to live off the grid without AI, you gonna have your work cut out for you. I tell you that.
Well, and I think the big push is trying to replace humans as much as
Yep.
possible in the workplace. I would
Yep.
say, you know, you don't have to pay benefits, vacation time, call in sick, or any of that. But as computer systems do, they go down. And what happens when the AI taking your order goes down? I mean, it happens even to the best, largest institutions. Our computer systems went down. We had to revert back to paper, and then had the nerve to tell us we had to go back and chart what was on that paper back in the computer when they came back up.
Oh no, they
And we're
did.
like, I know you freaking lying.
Playing in y'all faces.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. So, because they didn't want that large amount of paper, they wanted it all on the computer because they could go back and search and listen to the tapes and whatever. But to have to ask somebody to go back and chart all the stuff that would happen on a call that we did was kind of crazy. And I see Bianca has her hand up.
Hey, boo.
Good morning, ladies and gents.
Good
Good
morning.
morning, cutie.
I have a quick question. There was a tweet of a man who had not seen his daughter in 10 years, and then he reposted offsets talking about his dad and all of that. Can you, I don't know who that is. I've been seeing the story around. Can you when you get a chance, or if it's on the list, not, it doesn't have to be now. I don't want to ruin your list if you have one, but are you able to explain who that man is not being in his daughter's life?
I can indeed, and it's funny you because I was going back and forth with myself, like should I share
Mhm.
this tweet? But I'm glad you asked about it, so I'll go and find because I wasn't gonna do it, but since you asked,
You should.
because there was actually a girl in the UK who actually summed it up pretty good with a tweet earlier this morning. So I'll go back and it'll pretty much go into all the details about that man, girl. When I saw it in real time, I just couldn't believe it because I was like, because he said he going to meet his daughter for the first time, and then shared that picture of that girl who clearly looked like she's about 10 years old. I'm like, okay, well, did he not know about her? And then what I found out, he did know about her, and he was just actively not being a part of her life all that time. So that's just the we'll go into more detail a little bit later in the show.
I
Hmm.
appreciate it.
Yeah, there's a lot of tweets back and forth, but there's a whole story behind that. But what
Hmm.
really set it off was tweets he made in the past about how he wanted a daughter. But we'll talk about it later. But yeah, he is the star of yesterday, today.
They are
So
roasting
many
him, and
foods.
rightfully so.
Mm-hmm.
As they should.
Okay.
And then one of the last things that Sherry talked about in her hot topic segment, she was pretty much talking about tipping. How she feels that a lot of restaurants that she goes to now is not even gratuity, like because gratuity is usually on a large party. She's
Right.
saying like the tips are being included as part of your bill now,
It
and
is.
yep, and she was talking about how when that happens, a lot of time with her experience, a lot of the servers don't do all of the things that they usually would do as if they were working for a tip. But Sherry still recognizes that these servers are really underpaid and they rely on those tips. And was even talking about how she encouraged people to tip the hotel housekeepers because her mom was one
Right.
and she was severely undertipped and stuff.
They do.
So yeah,
But not only that, they add some kind of service fee, a tipping fee. They've added
Listen,
more than just tipping. I mean, it's
l-
really out of hand.
ridiculous, ridiculous, ridiculous. And no, I promise you, this is not to sound condescending, but there's a lot of people who work in that industry who have um this audacity, right? Because they're like, well, I work off tips. That is a personal choice. That is the industry you chose to get into. You knew when the economic times were good and you was making all this under the table money, essentially, right? You making all this cash and you're not probably not reporting it, and you're being able to pay your bills 3 and 4 times over. It was all good. There was no problems. But now that there's been a shift in the pendulum, and your expectation is now you're demanding and not providing service for something, it's fucking insane. Like, it blows my mind. And then for people to not understand the history behind tipping and how it's really in it's really rooted in racism, like, be fucking for real.
yeah. And I'm glad you commented, Quinn, because I follow a lot of people in the African diaspora, and a lot of them were kind of I remember one person even tweeted about like him coming to America to visit and being like really shocked by the tipping that he saw.
tipping
So
is Tipping is an American thing. Most other countries, so like I places I spend the most time in, is where like tipping culture is not really a thing. Is Japan. Tipping is not a thing. You go to Europe or you go to some other places like, or even the continent, like when they give you a price, that's it. That's the price. That's it. That's all. Like, there's no addition. Like, if you want to, and a lot of times you can tell where there's been like a higher traffic of Americans because they're so used to tipping that they will do it additionally, and sometimes they'll have like a little bowl or whatever. But like everywhere else, like, people be looking at you crazy. I remember when I was in Amsterdam. What was that? 2 years ago? I want to say it was like 2 years ago when I went to Amsterdam and I went to a Starbucks, and I was trying to like find like coins or whatever, because they be having all these little bitty euro coins or whatever instead of regular fucking dollars. Um and I was trying to find some to put in a little container, and the dude like low key cussed me out. He was like, "No, we get paid here," and I was like, "Oh, but I'm just I'm just trying to do this. Like, I do this on a normal, like, this is my thing when I have exceptional service at this place." And he was like, "No, we get paid. Like, it's no big deal. We get paid here." And I was like, we have good benefits here. And I'm just like, "Oh, okay." Like, damn. Well, let me keep my little money, okay?
look, he said, "I'm sorry, we don't get down like you do, American. So you can go ahead and take your little coins and put them back in your purse."
They get paid a salary, which I think they should do here instead of trying to make the public pay their salaries, waiters,
Right.
servers. They should have a better salary for real.
And like that, and instead of like complaining, or not gonna say complaining, but instead of pushing back onto restaurant owners and and managers and things of that nature, right? Because again, with the price of everything going up, so you're going to go to a restaurant where they're trying to serve you as little as possible for the most amount of money as a customer, and then also pass on their responsibility for maintaining the the income of their service staff. It's fucking insane. And then like people are like, well, you shouldn't go out if you can't afford to pay like a tip. But it's the problem is like the tip is it's not what's it call it? It's not compulsory, right? Tips are not supposed to be compulsory. And so people get upset when it's like, okay, well, I had a family of five. Like, now, mind you, I've been definitely been embarrassed at places where it be us in there acting a plum fool, doing the most, and then want to tip somebody less. But if you see there's like a family of four, and you can tell like this is their one night out that they get to have dinner that's not at home, that's not home cooked, and they don't tip you more than like 10%, and you're bitching about that, I got a problem with it. Like, cause it's not compulsory. I have an issue with that.
Well, thank you for sharing, girl. I've decided I have an issue with it too. So- oh, and Sherry is great. She's giving away a trip to Jamaica again this week. So I put
Okay.
the
Where rude
link up
girl
there.
at?
Right. She the one need to be entering on this so she can take a free trip back home. But I put it's on slide 3. Y'all go to Sherry's website, sherryshowtv.com. Click on the Real Good Time giveaway, and put in your email at first, and then it's going to ask you for the word of the day. The word of the day today is travel. So let me put that in the chat. So go ahead and win. I don't know. I can't remember if she said it's a trip for 4 like the last one was, but that'd be nice. So moving on with the Sherry show, and this is like one of the last things I talk about her show, because honestly, it stopped being interested after this interview. But she had on Michaela J. Rodriguez interviewing with her. And if you are a gay, then you know exactly who she is. So Michaela Rodriguez, well, MJ Rodriguez, but she goes by her full name now, Michaela J. Rodriguez, ever since releasing music. She was famous, she famously played Blanca on the show Pose. So she was one of the mothers, and you'll actually see in this picture that I just shared, that's Blanca and her, well, excuse me, Michaela J. and her real life mother in that photo behind her and Sherry. I'm gonna try so hard not to call her Blanca, because baby, that's Blanca right now. Just like it's hard for me to not call Dominique Ross, I be calling her Electra. So it's yeah, that show played a big part of our lives, and we were glad to see it in real time. But came by the Share Show today promoting her new album that she is calling, her debut album is called 33. She says that she still keeps in touch with her Pose co-stars. They all still have a relationship, which is nice to hear. And she talked about how Michaela talked about how she and Sherry both got a crush on Lenny Kravitz. Lenny actually approached Michaela at a party, asking her for a picture, and Michaela was just like so starstruck. It was like, wait, he was like, yeah, my daughter loves you. I would love a picture with you. So they went ahead and took that picture. So that was a cute interview. Let me see. And she shared she's been with her man. She said for like 5 years now. Let me see if I can. And so they look cute together. Good for her. But I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I love, love, love her. But what I've heard so far, music wise, I'm like, okay. Well, great gowns, beautiful gowns, beautiful gowns. And she has a lovely, lovely voice. The girl can sing her ass down. But baby, that music was I was like, okay. Now I'm kind of seeing why it took you so long to do music, cause Then after this interview, Sherry had on a cook on there. His name, he went by the name of Max Tucci, who has restaurants and stuff. Ain't none of that food look good, so I just decided not to talk about
Oh wow.
it. I was like, don't nobody want to see this shit. So that was pretty much it for the Sherry show. Now I got some tea for y'all.
Uh-oh, tea time.
Yes. So we always like to start off with some Diddy news. Whoops. Let me click this again. So y'all know the lady who has Diddy's youngest child. Her name, she goes by the name of Dana Tran. Oh, and it doesn't look like this link I shared has a preview, so I'm going to go ahead and delete it. I'll just share my screen. But page six, I'm sharing, well, try to share a page six link. And Dana was out there, having fun with the children. At the twins, they had a cheerleading thing to do at a game. So she was out there, with her youngest daughter, supporting her daughter's sisters. And let me share this with y'all. It really ain't nothing but them just trying to keep up appearances and stuff. But yeah, I guess you got to do it. Okay, y'all should see, and you'll see the headline that says Sean Diddy Combs' son Christian and baby love mother Dana Tran support rappers cheerleading twins at a football game. Oh, move. So you'll see one of the girls. Y'all see that she's so adorable, looking just like her mama. And then let me see if I can find. Okay, there's Christian or King Combs, whatever he wants to call himself. Now I don't think that's Dana right there. I don't know who that is. This girl with this afro. Maybe that's Christian's girlfriend. Ooh, I'm trying to find. Okay, so y'all see the baby. Yep, and that's you can see the mom from behind. So yeah, they still it's really not a story, but it's just fun to see. Hey Swan, when you get up in here? So that's dead on that Diddy story. The next Diddy story I
Well,
have.
wait, hold up. Before you move on from
Oh,
Diddy, didn't they do another bail request? I thought I read that. That
did
based on,
they?
yeah, yeah, based on new evidence or whatever they're using. They asked for, another bail hearing. They keep trying to get him out.
I didn't see. I missed that news, honey. I'm sure it's happening. Them defense attorneys is getting their money's worth. I tell you that.
Yeah,
Cause
yeah,
they working their asses off trying to find each and every legal loophole they can to get that man out of jail.
yeah.
But
Cause
this is still the next story I have is still kind of Diddy related because he's actually renting out his private jet now, and I'm sharing
mine
this
as
news
well.
here. Mine as well. Hello. Now, if you want to fly to London on his private jet, then it's gonna cost you a whop. It's just gonna cost you just a little under $500,000. Now, if you want to
Okay.
fly from to New York to from his because the jet is actually it's stationed over in how you say it, Van Nuys,
hmm
California. It's stationed over there. So if you want to fly to New York on it, that's gonna cost you just a little bit over $100,000 for that 4 hour and 21 minute plane trip.
You could take a private jet for way less than that.
Hmm.
I mean, it may not be as well appointed, as a $60 million private jet, but you can definitely get a private flight for, less than that.
So it says this distinctive black Gulfstream 550 is listed on various websites that offers expensive charters, although those renting it may not be aware that it belongs to Diddy. This includes it being, I didn't even know this thing existed, but this includes it being showcased on Victor. So Victor is like it's like the Uber of private jets.
Hmm.
So I didn't even know such a thing exists. I mean, I knew they had to get their. I just thought they was with word of mouth. I didn't know they had a whole site for it.
Oh, they do. Yeah.
But yes, and you're right, too. They could definitely get cheaper private jet flights elsewhere, but their cheaper ones is not going to include being on Diddy's his distinctive black private jet with leather seats and a beige interior.
Oh, I'm
Just
sure.
extra,
You
extra.
know, with more than that, but a private jet is still a private jet. What you're flying it just to not be around people. You can get it for way less than that. I have a girlfriend who's married to a man who has, he's fairly wealthy. He's not, of course, Diddy wealthy, but they live in separate states for various reasons, and he flies home like every 2 weeks, private jet. And the cost depends on a lot of businessmen use this service, and the cost depends on how many passengers are on the jet going,
Wow.
where you're going. You can, and that determines the price of your ticket. The more passengers, the cheaper the ticket. But he's constantly flying, private jet. So, and it's not nearly that expensive.
Yeah. And what the crazy thing about this is that we know that Diddy Seats has only 14 seats in that private jet. I'm sitting here thinking like they had like the same amount of seats as a
As a business,
commercial flight.
no, no, they don't.
I know that now. But I just to me personally, like a private jet is like is in the same classroom as like a cruise. I just feel like I have no need to be on that. I want to go to a let. I want to go to one of them airlines that that needs my boarding pass, has a heavy TSA to make sure that we good, and they use coordinates to get to and from where they're going. Honey, a private jet. I don't know. I don't
It,
know.
it's fairly safe compared to like flying on a tour helicopter and that kind of stuff. I wouldn't do, but private jets are regulated. All airlines are regulated by the FAA, private or not. They're under way more regulations than those tour operator things.
Absolutely would get on a private jet. Have absolutely been on a helicopter ride in a small little helicopter. And baby, even though it don't feel like you up there, I was ready to get down.
I can
Ready.
imagine. Oh, girl, no. Mm-mm.
It feel like a car in the sky, but baby, I was ready to get down. Put me down. Put me down.
I, I guess I'm a scaredy cat, honey. I don't know. People talk. If I ever do get the opportunity to fly, like, meet some rich friends and fly on a private jet, I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm
You
just gonna
better go.
catch me. Right, y'all go. I see y'all there. I'm gonna get on JetBlue.
No, no, you better go.
Listen, because if I get on the private jet, baby, y'all finna hear it. Hey, y'all finna hear it. I'm
Yeah,
finna be over here like, yes.
I
It's the
mean,
way that I'm
pilots
just coming in here with all my shit with no TSA. Appreciate y'all.
the pilots are certified just like airline pilots. I mean, it's nothing. They don't fly by sight, not like helicopters, and all that.
Okay, what
They
that's good
yeah,
to know.
yeah, it's regulated too, so you be quite safe.
Okay, so I guess I may fly from somewhere like from New York to DC, something real short and simple. Because
Short
I
and
don't know,
demure,
because I'm damn sure not flying from New York to LA. Y'all can go straight to hell with that. No, ma'am.
huh?
Mm-mm.
Welcome
So,
in, Will.
hey, my favorite tourist. So, guess who just turned 50 and was celebrating his birthday party?
Who?
Leonardo DiCaprio. And he had him a star-studded birthday bash. And I'm about to share my screen so y'all can see some of the people who attended. So I'm sharing the page 6 link, and y'all see the headlines. Leonardo DiCaprio celebrates star-studded 50th birthday with Brad Pitt, Robert De Niro, and Steven Spielberg at a private LA estate. I wonder if Happy was over there. Cause Happy be trying to act like she's not with the who's and she don't hobnob with celebrities, but we know her too, honey. You don't just invent the internet and not have celebrity friends. That's just not how things work. But y'all see, that's Leo looking every bit of 50. There go community dick Brad Pitt, and whomever this is, that's his new girlfriend. Who else would now? Paris Hilton, she actually looked with her racist ass. She looks really cute, baby. That she is wearing that dress, and she looks fabulous. I give credit where it's due. Her racist ass looks good. Who else they had? And all these people, hun, they look like they were over before they even got into the party. But I think I know why, and I'll tell y'all it a little bit later. Let's see, who is this? This is his coach Edward. Oh, that's Edward Norton. And oh my God. Oh girl. Okay. There go Anderson Park looking just as weird as he want to.
As usual.
He always got to do something extra, and I want him to throw that damn Chinese
Why
bowl
not?
bang wig away, honey.
Please.
Okay.
I'll never wear that again.
Oh, Robin Thicke was there. Look at him, honey. See, he's starting to look more and more like his dad as he gets older. I tell you that.
Hmm.
Who else? It's the other. If this page 6 will stop jumping around, y'all can see who else. Okay, we already saw Anderson Park. This is Hollywood's favorite jewelry designer, Jennifer Meyer. I'm not familiar with her. And her
Me either.
fiance Jeffrey Ogunlacey. Okay, but yeah. So, and I think I may have a little bit of insight to why most of these party goers because they looked a little bit like they were over it before they even got into the party, and it's probably because they were at a fundraiser right before that party started. And I'm about to show y'all share another link with y'all. Now this is from Jezebel, and you see the headline says Leonardo DiCaprio's 50th birthday party sounded weird. So we learned that they went to this party after attending a gala for it says for the country's poor children. Let me see where was the oh, and one thing I found like really interesting about this is that when they go into these parties, especially particularly this one, like a star-studded bash, these people, because you know they kind of like real strict about having your cell phones out and not taking pictures of the party and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
they kind of hip to they weren't going to control people because they even had to fire a few people for releasing like paparazzi photos and stuff. So what they do now is actually put stickers over your phone. They give you stickers so that way you can put over your phone's camera to maintain. If they don't see the sticker over your phone while you have it out, then they're gonna escort you out of the party. And they be having like these party planners. They had it says over 700 stickers if necessary.
Someone,
Let's see,
one
and
of
this
his
is what I was
girlfriends,
telling y'all about. It
told
says
me,
his parties does have rules against cell phone. Oh, I'm sorry.
that's okay.
I'm sorry, Chill. I think my audio went out. I didn't hear you.
I was going to say, supposedly one of his girlfriend asked him, why does he not date anybody over 25? I didn't read it. I just wondered if you read the answer.
I didn't know. I would shoot. I would love to hear that answer because I would love to know it myself. Because it's like I can see if this only maybe happened like 1 or 2 times. This has happened very often with him, and after these girls turn a certain age, they tend to break up. So
Right.
I mean, 1 plus 1 is 2, Leo. Let me see. I feel like there was something else in this Jezebel article I wanted to share with y'all that I read earlier.
Hey, Benji. Uh-oh. The host got kicked out. Stand by. Welcome, Hammock. Welcome back, Auntie.
Oh, thank you. I didn't even know I was gone. I looked up and saw I was the only person in the room. I was like, oh, oh. And today I am connecting by way of my phone hotspot, so that probably has something to do with it too.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
Ooh, what else I got for y'all today? So I don't know if y'all saw that after Young Thug, got his release from jail and his 15-year probation, he tweeted and then deleted it. Some words about Gunna, pretty much telling Gunna like don't act like we friends over the internet and stuff like that. I don't know if y'all heard about that.
Oh, I
Well,
know he tweeted
anyway,
something, but I didn't know what it was. All of that.
hmm he was talking about Gunna because the streets are saying that Gunna is a snitch, even though he has repeatedly said that he is not, and him getting out of jail before Young Thug did has nothing to do with him snitching or anything. But Gunna's brother responded to that shade, and his brother by the name of DP. Now, see, DP means something else in the gay community, but we won't go there. But it says in a response, Gunna's brother DP fired back saying, "Trust and believe. The feeling is mutual." Ooh.
Oh, because didn't he supposedly ask the court if he could work with God uh, as one of the conditions
Yeah,
of
he
his,
did.
probation? And then he gets out and tweets something about Gunna being a snitch. I'm like, well
Hmm
I was lost. I'm like, that whole saga. Just I quit paying attention. That trial was so long. I just didn't even try to understand anymore.
So long and unnecessary. And a girl, it's like only for him to be released on 15 years of probation. Which,
I know.
unfortunately, I hate to say this, and I hope I'm wrong, but he gonna violate that.
In 15 years, of course. I mean, he's already supposedly violated, but he's not supposed to be hanging out around any felons.
Hmm
So,
And one of the first people he was hanging around with was Ti.
right.
Now, Thug.
Mm,
Now, Thug. Come on, baby.
yeah.
Well, there's some people out here that want thugs to do well, and one of them is Will said, "I have no idea who these people are." Well, some people want thugs to do well, and one of these people is actually Drake, and Drake allegedly gave him $1 million.
hmm
But I don't know if I believe this
That
story because who reported this story? That line is academics. So I don't know. And I just tried to put the
what did
link up here, but it's not sharing. What'd you say, baby?
what did K Dot? I said, what did K Dot say? He go
Hey,
to Atlanta when? Oh, oh.
right. Wake it up. Wake it up. So I'm sure y'all should see my screen where it says Drake gave Young Thug $1 million after release, says academics. And I'm glad they put the says academics there because when this all comes out that it's a lie, then everybody gonna be like, oh, we was from academics, so we knew it was a lie anyway. But anyway, it says speaking on his live stream, the controversial online personality. Oh, anyway. He said, "Y'all want to hear this play I heard? Watch, he gonna hit me up like, how you heard? Cause because he ain't tell me. That's my man's. When Thug gets out of jail, the talk is this. They say 2 hours afterwards, Drake flew to Young Thug and allegedly gave him a meal. He added that the information did not come from Drake himself. Drake didn't tell me this. Drake gonna hit me up and be like, "Who told you this?" Because him and Drake are pretty close. And it says neither Drake nor Thugger have commented on the report of the Canadian's generosity.
You know, birds of a
Now,
feather
I
flock
definitely believe
together.
that it happened, though. Yeah, he said
I mean, it's not beyond
Thug
belief.
loves DP.
It's not beyond belief.
Yeah, I agree. I think it definitely did happen. Because we know that even though Drake is a creep, we do know there have been times that his quote unquote generosity have been on the forefront. So he ain't shy about giving away money.
Profiting off of black culture.
Hmm.
I'm just saying, like, when you profiting off of black culture and the little pennies on the dollar that you giving back, quote unquote, to folks. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get a pat on the back for that? I don't think so.
Wake it up, Quinn.
Hey, and you know I am.
I guess that's the bodyguard and the shiesty back there in the back.
Yeah, listen,
Hmm.
and he had what's that? Scepter. Scepter needs to shut his fine ass up. Don't say nothing else, Scepter. Don't say nothing. Stay out of it. Don't say nothing else. You fine. Just be fine and be quiet. Don't
Right.
be
And
over
don't
here.
step to have a newborn he need to be taken care of anyway.
I don't fucking know. I don't care nothing about his children because they not mine. So no. Just be quiet, be fine, and be British. Okay? Be over there in it, bruv. I don't want to hear you getting into you getting into Black Americans business. Don't do that. Okay? Don't do that. Be fine over there across that pond. Talking about, oh, we work so hard for blah 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 blah. Sir, relax. And you older than all of them. Be fucking for real.
What? Uh-oh. Uh, Auntie can't hold
Dropped
on
it.
today.
Ding.
Okay, there Auntie is.
I am
Prepare for
sorry, y'all.
takeoff.
My hot spot is not hot spotting. I was just in the middle about to say something. Next thing I know, y'all was gone. I'm like, ooh, ooh.
Well, emphasis on spot.
Right. Look, we gonna make it work, honey.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What you got?
So what I got next, honey, Tommy Davidson is talking. Y'all know comedian Tommy Davidson, who's been a part of our lives for literal years.
Yes.
Oh, well, this doesn't look like it's giving a good preview either. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with this next story. So I'm sharing a link from Atlanta Black Star,
Yeah. What Tommy talking about?
where pretty much talked about and you see how the headline says the crew pulled us off each other. Tommy Davidson drops bombshell
Uh,
about Jamie Foxx drama and his absence during the actor's health scare.
we didn't see anything. Oh. Stand by. I think we're gonna have to give up on the screen sharing for this session. Welcome back.
Ladies and gentlemen, your host is back.
Thank you. And yes, Happy, you are absolutely right. There is an internet connection issue on my end. AT&T's old shitty ass hotspot is that like you don't want me to be great.
Yeah, those screen sharings is kicking your butt.
Yep. So I
So
probably
we didn't even hear what you had to say about Tommy. Well, we heard every fifth or sixth word, and so Tommy got into a scuffle with who?
with Jamie Foxx. So they actually got
Oh,
into because he was saying how there was a scene in Booty Call, the film that they did together, and I guess they must have cut this scene out of the movie because I don't remember, but they were playing a basketball game, and Tommy said that Jamie likes to get like really competitive and stuff like that. So he I think he did something that almost made Tommy hit his head or something like that. So because of that, they kind of had some aggressive words towards each other, and producers had to step in and kind of break them apart and stuff.
oh,
But he was like, other than that, they for the most part they were pretty cool. Like, but he did call. He said that Jamie Foxx was like Keenan Ivory Wayans' teacher's pet when he because you remember Tommy Davidson was on there since the first season. He did the
right.
first, second season, and then Jamie Foxx came in on the third season and almost I don't want to say took over, but he definitely made a name for himself. There, I remember it like it was yesterday. Even I was watching it back in the day, real time.
Mm-hmm.
No, not Mad TV, a living color.
In living color.
You can do what you wanna do. Girl, don't remind me now. Taking it back. That was that on that. And now we have another story. I don't know if I believe this one, but I'm sharing. Then again, I kind of believe it, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. But this next story I have, y'all see Jennifer Lopez's shocking obsession with Ben Affleck revealed after the divorce. So I just shared the story from Geo News with Lance Tomato.
Oh boy.
It says, according to an In Touch insider, they claim that Jennifer Lopez is quite obsessed with Affleck despite keeping an unbothered attitude after her separation. It says,
Why you so obsessed with
hello.
me?
It's,
Everybody, well, nobody wants to know.
it says the insider went on to claim that she even tracks everything that is published about Affleck in the media. The source also mentioned that she claims to be moving on from Ben, but in reality, she is still totally obsessed with him to the point to where it's just beyond unhealthy.
Hmm.
Anytime she sees their mutual friend, she steers the conversation to Ben. She often finds excuses to swing by his house, dropping off items to linger and to see what he's up to, the source added. The insider further stated that whenever she talks to Matt Damon, it's always about Ben. The source noted that Jennifer Lopez's obsession with her soon to be ex husband does nothing to help her move on. As much as she talks a good game about moving forward, the truth is she's still just as obsessed as ever. The way she's mourning this breakup, you think they've been married for 20 years, not two, the source concluded by saying. And the reason that I do believe that this is true, because if any of you has ever dated a Leo, then you know that they tend to act like they done with you, they over you, but then they still be either stalking you or reading up on what you're doing next and all that.
Truth is, I never got over you. Game facts.
Come on for singing some North Carolina royalty.
Hey,
We love Fantasia in this house. So,
that part.
so Happy acts. So Ben is the one who broke up with her. No, Happy. That's the crazy thing about it. He's not. She actually initiated the divorce.
But
So for
are
her to
we
be acting all obsessive, I was
sure?
like, yeah, that's very on brand for a Leo, hun. I tell you that.
Are we sure about that? Or did he just let her file
Listen,
to save face.
Look,
I have a feeling that he did not argue when she said I want a divorce. He said okay. I truly believe that he was just like, girl, yeah, when you want to do it, what's up?
I mean, if she's still obsessed, I would think he wanted the divorce and just let her file to make it look
hmm
good, for her.
Because some of the images I saw, he looked stressed.
and no, because I'm reading some of the comments now. So happy no, Tommy Davidson is not blackballed. He has a very very look. He got Disney money, honey. I don't even think he has to work another day in his life if he don't want to, because he famously played Oscar Proud for the Proud Family, and it had its reboot. That's still, well, I don't know if it's still on now, but I heard the reboot did really well, and it used the same actors. We just don't see a lot of him, but I don't think he's been blackballed. And Will said J-Lo needs to be obsessed with vocal lessons. Baby, look, after all these years, I don't know if that'll help.
Let it
No
please
shade.
retire it. Please,
Yep,
she don't
vocals.
need to be. She need to be
Mm-mm.
obsessed with staying in the house.
And acting. And leave vocals completely alone.
She don't even need to act. To
Well,
be
wait a
honest,
minute now. Wait a minute. Because she
Yeah,
made it do what it do in that show Shades of Blue, where she
yeah,
played with Ray Liotta.
she's a better actor than a singer for sure.
better, better.
She, she was
Her
so good in
talent
that
is
show. I didn't even see her as Jennifer Lopez. I saw her as Detective Harley Santos. Like she played the hell out of that role.
anything for Salinas. That's it. That's all she got from me.
Oh, so this is interesting. So Susan Sarandon. Now, speaking of blackballed happy, Susan Sarandon is actually saying that she is being blackballed in the industry, and she's actually making peace with that currently. So y'all see, and I just shared this article from the Daily Mail, and y'all see the headline: Susan Sarandon admits she'll never work in Hollywood again, and reflects on being dropped by her agent after controversial Palestine rally remarks.
What did she
So
say?
she's been very vocal in her support for Palestine, and here it says
Oh,
at present several rallies calling for a ceasefire in Gaza since the outbreak of the Israel-Hamas conflict.
hmm
And last year, the legendary actress, where it says, was dropped out by her Hollywood representative, United Talent Agency, which is run by Jewish CEO Jeremy Zimmer, for her comment.
yeah. And most of the media industry is run by Jewish people.
Yep. And
So,
it says after she claimed that Jewish people are getting a taste of what it feels like to be Muslim amid the war with Hamas at a rally in New York City. So yeah, that's what did it.
mm,
And it says she then apologized for her remarks, saying that she had not planned to even speak at the rally, but had been invited to address the crowd and had intended to highlight the current humanitarian crisis in Gaza.
and baby, we know they don't want to hear it.
Mm-mm.
They are rabid about it. They don't care if they kill up everybody over there. They think they're right.
Yep. And unfortunately, they got the resources to make it look that way.
Yeah.
It's
If you disagree, oh well.
in fact like one of the things that I'm not going to say it like hurts my heart, but it's kind of disappointing to see. And remember how the Scream franchise, one of the actresses in the Scream movie, the one who played in I think she played in the fifth one, definitely the sixth one. I know she played in the sixth one, and she was on board to play the seventh one until she had some pro-Palestinian remarks um come out, and she was putting them on her Instagram and stuff. So they actually dropped her from the movie.
hmm That's what they do. They got the power.
Yep.
They
Oh,
got the power.
Bianca said Tyler Perry is always an option for Susie. You are absolutely right.
Listen,
He gonna have her playing Alberta.
Alberta's sister.
Okay. What would Alberta's sister name be? I don't know. Look, Roberta. I don't know.
Suzette.
Oh,
That's what it's gonna be. Suzette.
look, Will. Great minds think alike. Look, both of us said Roberta at the same time. Now, this is a little lighthearted. The next story I'm going to share, we can use a little lighthearted news. Pharrell Williams is talking about because he had a job of one of his only jobs that he said he ever worked at was at McDonald's, and he said he got fired 3 times for working there. He said the first 2 times it was because he was lazy, but the third time is because his ass was sitting down eating up all the chicken nuggets. Now, unfortunately, I can relate. I wasn't fired for this, but y'all know when I was back in high school, I worked at Chick-fil-A for like for 4 years. And honey, they knew not to put my ass back in that kitchen. Because if they put me back in the kitchen where all them chicken nuggets was at, what you think was happening?
You was eating.
There's all, oh, Derek, we need a Chick-fil-A deluxe. All right. I sure was. So they was like, get Derek out of the kitchen and put him on drive-through. But yeah, he pretty much said that was it. And the thing is, though, McDonald's nuggets ain't even good for all that. If he would have said Chick-fil-A, then I definitely would have understood. But McDonald's nuggets ain't that good to be getting fired over. They even before they even changed their recipe to make them better, quote unquote.
Oh, they made them better.
That's what it because they supposedly use
White,
white meat chicken now.
but give me
Mm.
the dark meat ones because
Honey, white meat or dark meat, it all comes back to that pink slime that they use. They
yeah.
claim they ain't using that pink slime no more, but they know they using that shit. And then, and then Pharrell wasn't just like, cause me, I was just popping the nuggets in my mouth, like no sauce or anything. He wanted to have him a whole spread. He was using both sweet and sour sauce and ranch sauce at the same time, just dipping them back and forth. I'm like, his
What
ass
is
needed to
his
get fired because he was doing
problem?
because he honestly because he's an Aries and we like to do a lot.
Clearly, ranch and sweet and sour. Ugh.
They run out of sauce because he eating it all, right?
Hmm.
But that combination, though, I just have questions. I don't actually. Never mind. I don't have no questions.
Look,
I'm
and
just
Pharrell
moving
and I
on.
have the same birthday, so anytime he does something, I'm like, oh, it's because he's an Aries and we extra. That's just what it is.
Yeah, cause y'all palates a little bit alike, huh?
A little bit, a little bit.
Eating up all the profits.
Hmm. Our next story we have now. Do y'all remember? Do y'all know of a man named Cameron Crowe? I think Happy might know who he is, but Cameron
Cameron
Crowe, he's
Crowe.
like, and Crowe is spelled Crowe.
Nope.
Can you show? Can we get an image? Because y'all be naming people's full names, government names, and I don't be knowing these people's names.
I
But if
sure
you show me a
can, cause that's
picture, I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember this person.
honey. You probably won't
Girl,
even recognize him from the picture, cause he's really not. He's a famous director. He one of his most famous movies that he's directed was Jerry Maguire. Well,
Jerry
anyway, he's
Maguire.
currently yes, and he is currently 67 years old, honey, and just had a new baby.
What's up with these old parents?
You tell me, girl.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't care what nobody said. That's selfish as shit. As a child of someone who had an older parent when I was born, yeah, yeah, y'all want to be 50 and above, having children. That's selfish. I can't even see the man, the Cameron man. Hold on,
Rest
Oh,
let
in
me
dang.
peace,
click.
Tito Jackson. Rest in peace, Tito Jackson.
this man before.
Yep, and I'm gonna keep my comments to myself because the last time I commented on older people having babies like Robert De Niro and Al Pacino, I got called a eugenicist. So
It's
I
not,
don't want
but it
people
no.
getting the wrong idea about me.
Listen, and they can say what they want about me because I'm speaking from personal fucking experience. My dad was not old like as them when he had me, but he's not here presently, right? He died when he was 70. And just imagine you 70 having a child and you hoping and praying that you can make it to that kid's 18th birthday. Like, be real. Let's be real about it. The days of old where you needed a whole bunch of children and you was just popping out children because they were your labor force is gone. You're not royalty. There's no need for no heirs. So be stop being selfish. That would be my thing. Stop being selfish.
I agree, Quinn. And Bianca asks, "How old is the child's mother?" So she's actually 40. She's 40 years old. They named this new baby. This is Russell's third child, but it looks like this is Vivian's first. No, excuse me. This is her name is Anais Smith, and the daughter's name is Vivian. They named the daughter Vivian Marie Crow. So yeah,
And
well,
gave her
congrats,
an old
again.
as hell name. He was like, "Oh, we finna keep with the times. This is what was popping when." Oh no, honey.
Well,
Happy
this the
said,
big.
like the perfume. Okay, I just truly aged myself.
Listen, she needed. She was getting white diamonds as a gift, as baby shower gifts. You can't tell me that that's not true. Vivian, girl,
What were you gonna say, Will?
I was going to say at least the baby is healthy because I believe that would be considered a high risk pregnancy because the mother would be
yes.
considered geriatric after like 35 or something. So that's very stressful. Just glad the baby is healthy and safe.
Old sperm and old egg. Yep.
Baby, that sperm was doggy paddling to that egg. Good lord.
Well, Happy, I got something else, honey, that might get you to show your age, girl. Because I think like the Happies and the Chills and everybody who's of a certain age, they would actually appreciate this story.
What you
But
got?
Simon and Garfunkel.
What
So
about
there
Simon and Oh, damn.
they might be they don't know if there's gonna be like a concert for the fans or something, but they are definitely trying to mend their friendship, which I
Hmm.
thought was so Garfunkel, he pretty much said that he was a fool. He took things personal. Oh, she said, "Hello, that's older than me." Okay, did I take back what I said? But I know how like a lot of people were kind of like invested in it because a lot of people were into these two guys. They made really good music. But what I didn't know is that they broke up. Let's see. It says they known each other for years before their breakout hit, "The Sound of Silence" in 1965. However, their creative partnership was a rocky one, had an uneven and Garfunkel, he was pretty much he be in the control room and he'll just say things like, "Yeah, that's good," but he believed that there was an uneven balance of power. And he said Simon and Garfunkel parted ways after their acclaimed "Bridge Over Troubled Water" album in 1970. This is what I didn't know. I didn't know that they broke up initially in 1970, and then 10 years later they reunited for a concert in Central Park and tried to work together again afterwards. But the same issues that plagued their earlier collaborations rose again, and they ended up splitting for good. Simon would tour again, saying that I don't know if audience all over the world would like Simon and Garfunkel. I'm with them, but I don't think Paul Simon was with them, whatever that means. So yeah, they might be they talking now. They getting together. They having tea and crumpets and rehashing. But look, I feel like if y'all already done broke up twice, then it's not going.
Again, a sign of the economic times.
Wake it up, girl.
Yeah, I
And
definitely.
the last story I have for y'all. Now this shit was crazy. So they are alleging that Dwayne the Rock Johnson
Uh oh.
is pretty much a diva on set. Now
I
he
thought this
says
was.
that Dwayne's. Oh, what you say?
I was gonna say I thought this was like already known.
Yeah, like some of like the behavior was known, but some of the shit he was doing was, and he even like admitted to some of the things that were being alleged, like such as peeing in bottles and being late to set. So y'all see this. Dwayne Johnson says controversy over set behavior is bullshit, but admits to peeing in bottles and being late to film, and then by saying, "Yeah, that happens."
Mm.
And he
In
admitted
this
this
picture, he look old as hell.
to GQ magazine.
Oh, that's right.
But
That's a Taurus king right
so
there.
some of his co-stars
He
were
look.
saying that he was like,
I would still let him
"No, Will,
fuck.
you are a Taurus king."
I would still let Dwayne Johnson fuck. I don't care what nobody say. Put your big
Good
ass
luck.
muscle body on me, honey. Yes, he's fine
He
to
look
me.
old as hell in this picture.
That's okay, girl. I don't want no kids, so I can live in your society. Okay, Quinn.
Just have a
I hate to
Bible
say
Baptist
this,
I'm
girl, but
just
I don't think
relationship.
you're
saying
gonna have.
it's not even
I
about the
don't know if
kids aspect. It's just
That's okay. I can still
Just
live in your society. I won't be no old bitch with some little ass baby.
that's not what I'm worried about. I'm just saying, look at his face though.
I
Like
girl,
think
ain't
this is a
nothing
bad
wrong with his
picture
face.
because
What
we've
is wrong
seen
with
him
you?
and he looked good.
he look old as hell.
I
He
felt
do
right.
not
I
He
look
was
look.
gonna
He
comfortable.
look.
pass.
He does not look good in this picture
That's
to
what I
me.
said. This picture does not do him justice.
Yeah, I agree. This is a bad picture, and
Yeah.
unfortunately, I think he might have a little one. Because if he can comfortably,
Really?
yes, if he can comfortably pee in water bottles, like how big are the water bottles? They got to be no more than like
Oh no,
these
I
16.
didn't see some big dick motherfuckers pee in a water bottle
Yeah,
now.
it
I
ain't
have
hard to
seen
do,
it.
Auntie.
Yeah, they got
It,
y'all.
It's hard enough.
Listen.
it may be a Gatorade bottle.
Okay, okay.
Powerade.
You ain't got to put
Now
it in the
that's
bottle
funny.
to pee.
Yeah, they just got to be able to stream.
Yeah,
Aim.
I couldn't pee in no bottle. I can tell you that right now. I don't care. It could be a Gatorade bottle. I could not do it. Okay.
I don't know, because I'm speaking from experience, and I'm not saying I'm the most well endowed person in the world, because I'm definitely not. But trying to pee and trying to like censor it where you can, it's one of those things where I did it once. I don't plan on. I would rather have like a toilet or even pee outside, like in an open space. But a water bottle that took a lot of work. That
Mhm.
I just don't see how if he had any type of and maybe some of the guys can agree with me or disagree with me, but I just I don't see how it works. Like you can do that comfortably multiple times. One or two times I can understand, but you doing it often, hmm, I don't know. I don't, and then when you think about his wrestling days and them little tights that he wore, we really didn't see much print there if we really want to wake it up.
Well, let's really wake it up because you might be right because a lot of bodybuilders usually have small dicks. It's not like they're
Listen,
bulging out
Bianca,
of their shit.
you don't already put
I
your coochie
still
out
fuck
on the line.
Quinn. I'm still fucking Quinn. I don't care what you say. I don't care. He probably got big
I'm
titties too.
don't judge me.
I'm
Don't
just
judge me.
saying.
Go ahead, girl. You
Yeah, I
get
want to rub that nigga body down, okay, to the
you go
socks.
get you
Okay.
some
Yes, honey. I need me an old good body, okay?
a
And
old
there's
good
a
body.
comment in the chat that says he could be a grower. I mean, I guess, but I don't know if that can grow into much of anything. I don't know. Look, I'm just speculating.
Listen.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
all I'll say.
saying, Will. Hi,
Mm-hmm.
Wheeler.
Even
Hi.
care.
But yes, I digress, though. I digress. Next story. No, I'm just playing.
But look, that was the last score, honey.
That is funny.
and they were talking about how his behaviors like one time done cost the studio like done ran up to a what they say a $250 million budget for all the
Sheesh.
times he's did, and he says that he pees in a bottle to like to not hold up production and stuff like that. But dude, I know they got restrooms around there. You can go use a porta potty. They ain't come on now.
No, no, Auntie, that's a
You already eight
considerate.
hours later. Now you
No, that's a considerate tourist king right there, Auntie. Yes.
I guess.
That
No,
is
Will.
funny.
You are considered tourist king. He is making y'all look bad.
That is funny.
Mm-mm. Well, I wish him and that little penis well.
Me too, honey. Me too.
You go get it, Bianca.
Listen, at this point in life, the dating pool is so shitty. At this point, it don't even fucking matter.
Oh,
If it-
and I'm sorry, Bianca. I promised you that I was going to talk about that dude before we
Oh
go. Let me go
yeah.
find that
Yeah.
tweet.
No, no. Someone sent me the thing, but I would like you to tell me because I know you have tea. I don't know
So,
about
long
the.
story
Uh-huh.
short,
Yeah.
the guy he tweeted that okay, I'm going to go meet my daughter for the first time or whatever, and they said that he was like a 3 hour drive away from her. So then he ends up he took that tweet and then retweeted it and then put the picture of him and the daughter. So the daughter looked grown as hell. The girl looked like 10 years old. So people were starting to ask questions. Well, wait a minute. What do you mean you're meeting this young lady for the first time? Like, why are you just meeting her for the first time? Did you not know about her? Then he said, of course, he had to answer the people. He was like, me and her mom, we didn't have a good relationship, so that enabled me to not be there for my daughter. So people pretty much, oh, so you're a deadbeat. He arguing back, no, I'm not a deadbeat. I did provide financially and this, and that. They was like, baby, that don't mean nothing. So then it got even more egregious when people were bringing up old tweets of his. They saw old tweets of his saying things like, I wish I had a daughter. Or he even said one that I retweeted my damn self because I was like, "Are you sick? Are you kidding me?" But pretty much saying if because somebody had a story, I think it was one of those feel good stories about a sports player. His dad wasn't in the picture, and he came back into the picture after being like financially robust now, and he pretty much made a tweet saying, "Oh well, if my dad came back in my life trying to be a father after not being there for years, then I'ma just give him my ass to kiss or something like that." So people were like, are you serious?" So that's pretty much. And then with one British girl, she pretty much summed it up, and I really wish I could find her tweet. I thought I had it, must didn't record it. But that was pretty much the gist of it. His ass is messy. People telling him that his ass is messy, but of course, he has a few supporters, a few deadbeats themselves, and even some of the girls, which I was surprised about. One girl even said, "You want another baby?" I'm like, oh, see, this is why I
Yes,
stay out of straight people business.
yes, honey. But it, like you said, it be just so juicy. But what I will say is, like, at least he's trying now because God forbid she did another 10 years without him. I'll say that. That's number one. Number two, I mean, he could be trifling like what's her name? Victoria Monet's daddy. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Once she gets rich and famous, now he want to come around.
Yeah. There's disputes with the baby's mama. Like you say, he knew about her. But my whole thing is having had met a parent when I was older, is I hope that he doesn't leave her life again.
Abandon her again.
Yeah. Don't.
Hmm.
If now you're there, she seems to be accepting. Go at
Stay there.
stay. Yeah. Don't let that happen again. Go
But
Yeah.
ahead.
he was raising his other kids. That's crazy.
Oh
Yes.
wow.
He has two sons. Yeah. Go ahead.
Because he had a better relationship with that baby mom's.
I
And
guess.
they and this is again, this go back to the conversation that we've had a couple weeks ago about these fathers. You
Mm-hmm.
talk
Quinn.
about, oh, the
Quinn.
mama not
Quinn. Will
huh?
had his hand up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. Go ahead, Will.
I was just gonna say, like, as bad as it looks, optics wise, I think I always look at it from like a glass half full perspective. Like, as long as there is breath in your body, there is room for redemption. You know, and
Yeah.
especially with children in their formative years, having both parents there for support is incredibly important. So I just wish for them the best, but I always think of it from that perspective. Like, as long as there is breath in your body, there is always an opportunity for redemption and renewal. So I wish the best for their relationship.
Me too. Go ahead, Quinn.
I was gonna say, like I said, like we were discussing a couple weeks ago, I personally he wouldn't get no grace from me because I don't care what you have going on with quote unquote said baby mama, whatever the issue was, because apparently the rumor mill of tweets that I saw was, oh, she slept with his friend or something like that. If you are a father, if you are sitting here tweeting that you want to be a father to a daughter or whatever, you want a daughter or all this other shit, there are avenues that you could have taken in order to be able to see your daughter, said daughter, if it was that important to you. Clearly it was not. Clearly you could have took your happy self to the courthouse and said, hey, I would like to have custody of my daughter. I would like to have shared custody of said daughter. To sit here and say, oh well, she know the mother knew what she did to me, but you laid down and made this child, and then on top of that, you're actively supporting two other children. Like, it'll never make sense to me. Never, never make sense. Especially a
She's
little
also
girl.
right, but she's also 10 years old, and maybe you don't never know. Maybe he wanted to wait till he could explain to her and she could kind of conceptualize whatever they had going on. Or, you know, it's better now again until and not when she's 25, when she could be like, nah, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's 10. And again, he probably feels guilty about not being there. You know what I'm saying?
He
Like, he
did.
has his
He said
own
that.
shit that he has to go through.
He said
and
that.
and the internet, I'm sure, is making him pay for every minute he did not spend with that kid.
Yeah. He said you can't make me feel any more guilty than I already do. I mean, he regrets that he abandoned her because of problems with her mother, because it wasn't the baby's fault, of course. But
Right.
go ahead, Will.
I was gonna actually gonna. I agree with Bianca. I was just gonna say, it was like, in terms of like parenting, what have you, like these people are people before they are parents.
Mm-hmm.
So there are nuances to his own personal experience that he may need it to have worked out before he could jump in it to become a parent. You know, like making a baby is easy, but
Right.
there's so many layers and nuances to human experience, especially when it comes to wanting to be an active parent. Both sides, not just him in this situation, but mothers as well. Like there's so many different nuances to the situation. So naturally, people are flawed generally. Well, there's no question about it. People are flawed, so all we can really do at this point is really hope for the best for the both of them. Hopefully he came to the realization that he needed as a man first, so that he can show up as a father to his daughter. you know so I just believe a lot of it is from projection from the experiences of other people, which is totally fine and it's always valid, but it's also equally important to understand the other side of it. Look at it from a rational perspective. You don't have to agree with it, but understand the human experience is unique to everybody. So, again, I wish them the absolute best, and I hope, especially as a black man, I really hope that he did the necessary work so that he can show up for all of his children, and if he has more children in the future, those children as well.
I agree, Will. And also, too, I hope that she thrives with him being in her life, right? Like, she's the one who missed out on that time. And regardless of his choices, she's the one that suffered in the end. So I hope that that little girl, not that I don't care about him, but it really, I care about, I hope that little girl thrives with him being in her life. Because sometimes they come into their lives and then they bring toxicity and all types of shit too. So I
Hmm.
just hope that he gives her what she needs so she could be a great woman.
And she looked just like him.
I
She
know.
sure do look like them. And I
He's
hear what
cute.
y'all are saying, but from what I've seen, and my heart goes out to this little girl, but I don't think, I think
Hmm.
he's gonna show his ass again, and she won't
Mm,
see him for another long period of time. Basically, just
Oh,
kind of look at how he's responding to the questions that people are saying to him, and then the relationship that he got with his two sons. He just got him all posted up, and oh, my kids ain't never got a want for anything. This. But you said that what bothers me is that knowing that you had a daughter out here in the world, you still tweeting like, "Oh, I want a daughter.
mm-hmm.
I want to be blessed with a daughter." Like that was just weird to me.
mm-hmm.
And he
And
even
it
And that's
chastised
what
somebody for something. I didn't see the tweet he was talking about, but like if you had a father in your life, you know, you would have
yeah.
done better or something like that. It's like, wow, they bringing up all his tweets.
I also don't like the fact that I really want him off. I really want him off Twitter. I want someone to do their big one and to get him off Twitter because I'm tired of hearing his story because his story is leaking into other parts of the world and they already feel some type of way about my community of people
Yeah,
Mm,
and
he
we
should have
got
never
other
brought it.
people trying to put their 2 cents in
I
and
agree,
ain't nobody
Quinn. I agree.
we,
I agree with that.
Yeah, he should have never brought that to Twitter or
but
any.
it's this whole
But
whole
maybe he was looking for sympathy or thought he was going to have some redemption story. Not saying that Will is wrong, but I'm saying like maybe the attention that he was seeking he thought was going to be different. Maybe that's why
Not
he brought
with
it to the internet
but
cuz
that's
he could have kept his black ass business to himself, to be honest.
from his timeline.
embarrassing us in front of company is crazy.
I agree, Quinn.
And we done had a terrible week. We done had a horrible fucking week. And you
Listen.
want to add
Right.
insult to injury. That's crazy.
Yeah, I agree, Quinn.
and y'all say I don't know if y'all see it, but y'all see that tweet I was telling you about that girl from the UK who pretty much
Mm-hmm.
summed up
We
what's
see it.
been going
Hmm.
on.
She sure did.
Well, she
She
shouldn't shut
sure
the
do.
hell
And
up
then
too,
people
because they got a Trump in the UK too. So I don't want to hear nobody's shit right now.
and some of
I'm
it
mad at everybody right now.
and some of it has been seeping and leaking over into plus 234 Twitter. And listen, them motherfuckers once they get hold of it, they gonna be back and forth in pigeon, and I don't want to have to cuss somebody out. I don't want to have to do it, Jesus.
I just hope she doesn't see it.
And that's the thing about like that's also a thing that like why I personally feel some type of way because one I've I can't say that I have been in her position where I've had a parent where I've had a father who did not want to be in my life, right? I was never in that position. I was in the position where my father was not in my life per circumstances. And I couldn't imagine experiencing what I experienced in today's time where like literally everybody wants to have put a business on social media and make this a back and forth thing and like put in their input and just have something like this, have other people who don't know nothing about you having commentary on it. Like I couldn't fucking imagine it. Back in the day when we had, our family little issues, right? Family little secrets or whatever, those for the most part stayed amongst family and maybe got to like the community. But there was never anything where like the whole world knew or people outside your city knew. Um and that's where I really think like I don't have it for him as a grown adult. Like I really don't have it for him because you did this. You are a grown man looking for attention, not realizing like how selfish that is when it comes to how that's going to affect the person that you help create. That you've done some kind of damage to, and like I just pray for the whole situation. That's it. That's all.
So what I was trying to share, but it looked like she deleted the tweet, so I had to take a screenshot of it so I could share it with y'all. But when y'all said like his tweet was spilling over into other people's drama,
Mm-hmm.
sure enough, let me see. Had to save them. Let me see. I got one because somebody actually put a tweet saying everybody put your deadbeat baby dad on the timeline. Let's all jump them.
Mm-hmm. I saw
And
that.
one girl she shared hers, honey. But let me see.
Put his name in there and everything.
Tags
Ooh,
him. I said, no, now that's a
the one with the
gangster.
little boy
No,
I
it was
I don't
her.
know
or
what.
hair weave killer. She tagged hair weave killer.
No, she tagged
No.
Oh,
baby daddy that she's like, here you go at whatever his name was. They looking for you.
damn.
hmm
Can I just say
I
this is where I'm conflicted because I feel like we should bring Shane back?
Me too, girl.
Well, yeah, it have
Absolutely.
nothing to do with this. I mean, it, rebounded from that story, but I just thinking, if even if her family tries to shield her from this, some of her peers, they parents online, they're gonna see this and she's gonna hear about
Oh yeah, this is the girl I'm talking about. It's the little boy, and then she showed like screenshots of him talking about don't keep or keep the baby. I got autism, some shit like that.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I didn't see it. I didn't look at the thread. It must have been in the thread. I just saw this picture.
Yeah,
Wait,
me
this is
yeah.
either.
her dad? Wait, this is her dad?
This is the baby daddy,
Baby, yeah, the
but
Oh,
baby daddy.
girl.
they have a little boy together, and she was like, "Oh, her and her son is good." Because I was like, "Damn, this another kid." Because I thought it was the other dude, and then I, did a little tweet dive, and it's a this dude. This is her story. He apparently had they screenshotted where he basically said like keep the baby or something. Like I don't even know why you would do that. Because I have poor genes. Like I got autism. We don't need to add to the mix of something. Like it wasn't the best tweets to have tweeted. But again, they I would pour hot water on my feet. I would pour hot water on my body before you would ever get me to tell the type of shit that people be telling on Beyonce internet for free. Like I'm being so serious. Like no, and I understand the whole want to bring in shame or whatever, but again, this is not a this is not a platform where it's restrictive to our community, and we already again having a bad week. We're not having the greatest week, and then to bring this type of thing to the public only makes it worse simply because the fact there's going to be people who one don't understand our culture and things that happen in our culture, and nuances of conversation, and then it's going to fuel them people who don't like us already. It's a mess.
Well, I don't think they needed any more fuel. They got plenty of that, plenty of stereotyping. This Is it gonna make it worse? Really? Probably not.
Because their minds are already made up anyway, so
Right.
it don't matter.
Don't matter. Don't matter.
Don't matter. Well, that was all the tea that I had for y'all today. And good news, we will be back tomorrow. We'll be back on Tuesdays until further notice, but I'll be doing the show tomorrow.
Well, well, well.
And before we head out, did anybody have any other tea that they wanted to share? Any tea that I might have missed?
I have a question. Who the fuck is Zach Brown? Or Zach Fox? What is his relevance? Does anybody know who that is?
Yes. Okay. So he's actually pretty funny, and you probably recognize him. Do you watch Abbott Elementary?
Yes.
He plays
So
Tariq in Abbott Elementary.
the non rapper.
The non-rapper, yep. But he
Oh, okay,
made
okay, okay.
a online presence for himself for quite some time. Like, and a lot of people think he's, including myself, think he's kind of attractive. So he got married over to his longtime girlfriend over the weekend. A lot of people are upset about it. But do you know who his father is? You probably have seen his father tweeting around. Um
Who? Rick
uh
Fox.
no, Felonious
That's what I'm
Monk.
about to say. I know that's not his daddy.
No, the guy, his Twitter name is, I think it's Felonious Monk
Oh,
or something like
Felonious.
that.
Yeah, I've seen that name. Uh-huh.
Yep, and he did a few acting roles himself. One of the things I remember from was that show Southside on HBO.
Oh, okay.
Felonious Monk. What kind of name, Jesus?
I gotta look at this picture. I gotta see the daddy's face. But yeah, he's with some, is she Asian or is she Latina?
She's
She's
Asian, I believe.
Yeah,
yeah.
I thought so. Boo.
Because I didn't know
I
who he
mean,
was either, Quinn. I'm like, who is this?
I
And
kept listen. The way I was confused, chill. I was like, "Who the fuck is this boy? And what's so important about him getting married? Why
He's
do
so
we
cute.
care?"
He is
he
so
is
cute.
cute.
Yeah, y'all got it. Gowns, beautiful gowns.
No, he's cute, and then he's kind of been on like when you looked at him tweet over the years, he's kind of been on like the right side of discussions and stuff. He's usually like pro black, pro
I
woman,
ain't never seen that
pro
nigga tweet
queer.
a day in my life. I ain't never seen him tweet a damn. This is why I'm confused. I've been on Twitter forever. I have been on Twitter not since its inception. I've been on Twitter since 2009. Ask me if I ever seen a person named Zach Fox tweet. Never.
What's
Ain't
crazy
never
is
come.
I found him on Instagram literally just maybe a month or two ago, and I didn't even put two and two together, to be fair. Which I didn't. I haven't watched Abbott Elementary in a little while. Like I watch it on streaming so I can go and watch everything, but I haven't gotten to him yet. So I didn't even. I saw a snippet, but I have not even gotten to the part where he's in the show yet. And did not put two and two together. And then I realized, oh, it's the same guy. Oh, he just got married. Unfollow. So that's who's mine.
I know that's right. I know that's right, Bianca. Don't upset yourself. I know that's right. I know that's right.
I'm not
Unfollow
gonna lie.
quickly.
When these niggas be posting they bitches on Instagram, I unfollow. I don't got time for that. Like, nope,
Right? Don't
I'm
nobody want to
good.
see that.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Okay. Go be happy in peace. Off my fucking social media. The fuck?
Yes, you done already made the dream a real thing. So now gotta go. Sorry.
And Happy, she actually shared two pieces of tea in the chat. She talked about one piece of tea. She said Mattel printed out a porn site on the Wicked. Y'all see that on Wicked they had dolls, and then they
Yeah,
on the package they printed out a porn site, put in
it's
by
wicked.
mistake.
Instead of Wicked movie, they put Wicked, which is a porn site.
Oh
Oh
Hmm.
shit.
no.
I mean, God.
And then also she put in how James Vanderbeek he announced that he does have stage 3 cancer. I went back and forth
Oh.
with myself to talk about. I felt like there was maybe a downer, so I didn't want to.
Is he a Trump
Who?
supporter?
James who?
I
Vanderbeek.
don't believe he is.
Okay, well I'm sad.
Who was that? Do I know him?
You might if you watch Dawson's Creek.
Oh, hold up now. Hold up now.
Dawson,
Which one?
girl. Dawson sick. Dawson.
Him? The blonde
Hmm.
Colon
one?
cancer. Yeah, colon
He got
Who?
cancer.
cancer?
Colon.
Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Quinn.
oh,
Dawson
uh,
from Dawson's Creek, honey. Dawson. The
he
main
got
guy.
cancer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lord Jesus. What we
Will's
finna
hands
do?
up.
No, I was gonna say I had two stories on Auntie to share. I'll make it quick because I know we're over time. So first, in sports cabal news, shout out to the up and coming legend Coco Gauff for winning the year end championships for the first
Go
time.
Period.
Let's go.
Coco. Coco
Period.
million.
Yes, let's go.
Yes, girl.
She's going to be an absolute problem next season. I cannot wait to see it. Her game is improving quite a bit since she made that coaching change.
Yes,
So,
it has.
so yeah, I'm very happy for her. And the second one is the already legendary. Well, one is an icon, one is a legend. Brandy and Monica. You can pick which one's which. They got nominated for another Grammy for the collaboration with Ariana Grande, which is nice. So hopefully they win.
I love that. I love that for them. And shout out to Ariana for even doing that. Like I feel like she authentically did it well instead of motherfuckers trying to recreate or whatever. So I
Hmm.
appreciate that.
And she left.
Also,
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead, Will.
So I was gonna say, just gonna agree with you, Bianca. And the one thing that really stood out to me, what I love the most about it, is that she allowed them to take the lead on the song, and she just chimed
Hmm.
in where she could.
Hmm.
So it's really paying homage to the work that they did way back in 1998. So
Yes,
I like
absolutely.
I like Ariana even more. I was already a fan, but I like her even more for that.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I agree. Because it was the way she did it for me. I appreciated that. She wasn't trying to be all in the fucking camera. She wasn't trying to snatch the microphone just to, have some type of buzz going. I really think that that was a song that affected her like the rest of us, and just that whole it looked as though it made it seem as though she was a real fan of not only the song but of them. So I appreciated that. Also, another little bit of tea as far as Coco is concerned. I found out that New Balance did support Trump in the election,
Oh
so I
boy.
hope she goes over to Under Armour.
Well,
Yeah.
well, we don't know how long that contract is though, Bianca.
I
Because
know, but I'm saying when it's over, I hope she goes to Under Armour.
yeah, they're putting a lot of money into that girl. It's unfortunate, but not really surprising. So
Right.
Yeah.
as long as it
Not at
don't affect
all.
Coco and what she got going on in terms of like
As long as she paid, I'm happy. But after her
right.
little contract is done, I hope she goes somewhere else.
Yeah, because we ain't
Yes.
buying no New Balance. But
I
girl,
mean,
she look
I'm
good.
and I'm not gonna lie, I was actually really sad to learn about that, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. I was very disappointed.
And
Yeah.
Happy just put another piece of tea in the news. I didn't know. She said also learned that Sephora was a big Donald Trump's
Yeah.
funder.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah.
I
Chick-fil-A.
am actually very surprised. Well, Chick-fil-A ain't that shocked about, but
Yeah,
Sephora, like
Ross, TJ
you
Maxx,
you kind of know like a little bit about Sephora because
Macy's.
they when the girls transition, like they tend to go to Sephora to learn how to like soften up their looks and stuff. And the people who
Hmm.
work at Sephora, like behind the counter, show them how to do that. So they're really supportive of trans people. So I'm really shocked.
Well, I hope they go
I
to Ulta
mean,
now, moving
it,
forward.
Yeah.
it ain't the employees, it's the people who own the shit, you know. That's two different entities.
Yeah.
Touche.
Fuck
Yeah,
it.
but does
We
that
like
sound crazy? Like how I can own a business that hates my employees on the low or hate their kind, quote unquote? That's crazy to me.
not at all. Not in a consumerist society. They don't care about money, Joe. When so,
Yeah.
not surprising at all. But yeah, fuck Sephora. We only shop at Ulta in this household anyway.
Period. Period. Moving forward.
Yeah, I bought something one time from Sephora, and that was the last time. But anyway, only because they was on DoorDash for that too. And I needed some shampoo, so I got it from there. But yeah,
I feel it.
That's how you
I
know Chill got a little piece of money because you DoorDash some shampoo.
girl, yeah.
I know that's right. Listen, I want to be like you when I grow up because I would never. I don't think I could do it, but I want to be like you when I grow up. Absolutely. Hey man, come do my errands for me. Appreciate you.
period.
Child, if I could be half as fabulous as Chill, honey, when I grow up, honey, I would be all right.
Okay. Period.
For real. I feel it, chill. I'm not mad. I haven't walked into a store in like 2, 3 months. I ain't even gonna like
Girl,
Instacart is my home girl, okay?
my time is worth something. You hear me?
Yes.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
My convenience, all of that. And so it's like I mean, they try to get you with that tax and all of that, but I be trying to get as much as I can so I can get that little free delivery and then my little tip. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Yeah, girl. Matter of
Dawson
fact,
got 6 kids, y'all,
Yeah,
who?
and he not even 50.
yeah.
Who?
Um,
Dog,
Who,
James
Quinn?
Vanderbeek.
Oh, he got
yeah,
6 kids?
he
yeah.
has 6 kids, and he only 47.
That's
And
sad.
his
That's
wife
sad
has
to
had
me.
five miscarriages, so they got
Oh, wow.
big family.
Oh wow.
I hope they live in
Yeah.
a
I
blue state.
I don't know about y'all, but because of Kesha, I can't, I need to stop calling him this in light of this news. But y'all remember when Kesha called him James Vanderdouche in her video?
Oh wow.
Oh Lord.
So every time I see anything, I'm like, oh look, it's James Vanderdouche.
Yeah, but you wouldn't wish that on anybody, you know.
No, not at all.
Stuff that happens. But he's apparently
I'm gonna
been
go on mute and giggle. Excuse me.
2 years or something like that. He's been in treatment for a minute, so you know.
Whew.
Oh, and he finally got a vasectomy. Ooh, honey, after all them kids, sure.
And
6 children.
miscarriages for real. That's scary.
Yeah. Get your colonoscopies, people.
Yes.
Yeah, for
Don't
real.
listen to that little singing box on TV. That's all well and good, but get your colonoscopy.
Hmm.
Wellness checks. Wellness checks.
Yeah.
And keep your black dollar to black businesses or that give a fuck about you at least.
Yep.
Hmm.
Don't go to Home Depot. Go to Lowe's.
There you go. And Lowe's is actually at a black CEO.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, Sherry Shepherd said them the stores you need to be in if you're trying to find a husband. So I might go up in Lowe's.
Period. Moving forward. Listen, moving forward. That's my new thing. Moving forward.
Moving forward, honey.
All we can do is change our behavior to how
Go to
we
Target.
adapt to things.
Don't go to Walmart. Go to
Right.
Target.
Listen, Tarsha
Oh, I'm
ain't
gonna do
showing
that
me
anyway.
my money, okay?
I'm
Because
gonna do that
bitch,
anyway because that's how I
we,
am.
and that's how I is, okay? Being locked in. Target gave me a good 10% discount because I'm a veteran. Please,
I know
who else
that's
I'm gonna
Oh,
go
right.
that's
to?
right, Quinn. Thank you for your service, love.
Yes, happy
Walmart would
Veterans
never.
Day, my love.
Thank
Yeah.
you, but Walmart would never.
Could never.
And happy Veterans Day to any other veteran that's out there listening. We appreciate you. Thank you for your service. And I'm giving free lap dances right up until 11:59
I was just
p.m.
about to
tonight.
say. I was about to
You
say shout
must.
Hey,
out to my daddy pop, but he don't want no lap dance.
Oh, look, 'cause for this
Maybe
free
next
lap
time.
dance, you
Maybe
must
next
either show
time.
your military
now,
ID
now
or you need
you
to wear your
know.
uniform.
Right. That is funny.
Y'all see, Calvin said they have enough PTSD horrid. He made me
Wildin'.
sick.
That is
Look
funny.
here, Hammer. Auntie's been working out. That lap dance gonna be fire. You hear me?
Wake it up, okay?
That is funny.
Well, I love y'all again. Happy Veterans Day to anyone who it applies to. Thank you
Yes.
for chilling with me today, for sipping the tea with me. Like I said, we will be back tomorrow. And before I head out, any other tea that anybody want to share?
I think the teapot is empty.
Oh, well, I love y'all dearly. Thank y'all so much for being here with me. And I see if you can make it tomorrow, I will see y'all tomorrow.
Bye,
Mhm.
everybody.
Tea Tuesdays. Yes.
Bye, y'all.